Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts channel. Continuing our series with the season well and truly over now. Again, congratulations to Brisbane Lions for taking home the 2025 premiership back-to-back. I'm going to be going over my preseason predictions of each club. If you haven't already gone and see the video I did reviewing my preseason predictions on the bottom 10, make sure you go have a look back at that. But not without further ado, but today what we're going to do is from now on, I'm going to do it by each club in a row. And how it's going to work is I'm going to do it by when each club was eliminated. So without further ado, let's start off today with the GWS Giants. The GWS Giants finished the season in 5th, and it's one spot below than they finished in 2024, where they finished 4th. I predicted them to finish 2nd. I had some really high hopes on GWS Giants, and if you guys are regular listeners of the podcast, you would know how frustrated I was as a person who loves the way the Giants play when they are at their best. They were so inconsistent. They were putting on really, really good forms, really good performances here, and they're putting on some shocking performances there. Dropped some games that they really shouldn't have, and there's no reason why that GWS Giants team shouldn't be playing a semi or a prelim. But what happened was they were knocked out in the first week of finals to Hawthorn, which credit to that Hawthorn who made it to go all the way to the prelim from 8th position. That is a huge achievement. But GWS Giants, at the end of the day, I think it might have to be a failed season, considering I predicted them to finish 2nd. But there was some star performances across the year. I think where they need to improve is probably give a bit of help to that midfield of Tom Green and Finn Callahan. I thought because Finn Callahan obviously had that injury that put him out for about 6 weeks. It was then Tom Green had to shoulder the load a lot of the time. When Finn Callahan was there, it allowed Tom Green to not to be able to be that contested player and get it out to a running player like Finn Callahan, whose strength is running carry. Whereas when he wasn't there, you found Tom Green was starting to feel like he had to shoulder the load of being an inside and outside player when his best foot is played on the inside. But my prediction to start of the year, talking about him, was look out for Tom Green. And he had a successful season. 23 matches, he averaged just under 30 disposals, 29.7, 8.5 clearances, 7 scorables, and kicked the 13 goals. What I was so really impressed with Tom Green, especially in the back half of the season, was his ability to impact the scoreboard. He's not known as someone who impacts the scoreboard. That's where I thought he probably could have improved, could improve better to be one of those top players in the competition. And he was starting to do that. He was kicking goals after goals in the back half of the year, and that's when I thought the Giants were coming. Booked themselves a 5th spot on the ladder, and then were knocked out in the first finals. But Tom Green, that's a massive, massive tick there. I thought he had an exceptional season, and he's still only young. If we pull up here, Tommy Green, where are you? So he's still only 24 years old and such a good big body midfielder, 192 centimetres as a big body midfielder is such a brute. When he has Finn Callahan playing in there with him, it's really good. It's no doubt that their defence is really sound with Sam Taylor, Jack Buckley when he's fit. Obviously was injured to the back half of the year coming into the final. That really did hurt them. Connor Iden as that lockdown defender. There's someone else, Harry Himmelberg, is really good as well. And then there's high half forwards are really nice as well. So you got like your likes of Toby Bedford, who was the tagging role to start 3/4 of the season, then broke off that tagging role to play more of a high half forward and he was solid, but I really liked the season of Darcy Jones when he was given a chance, and I liked when they gave him a chance to be up and around the ball. He could possibly be that difference maker, I think, that could go in and help the likes of Finn Callahan and Tom Green on occasions, because when he was given some centre bounce time, he really was electric through there, and there was games where he was kicking 1 or 2 and having 20-odd disposals, and I thought that's when he was at his best. Did have some injuries and was left out of favour of the team at some points during the season, but I think that's one to look out for. Now, my prediction of needs to lift was Connor Stone, and that's a massive tick for me. He didn't even manage to play a game, and a game in 2025. Now, Connor Stone is such a renowned player in there, so he's 23 years old. He was a first round draft pick back in 2020. draft pick number 15, and he's only managed to put together the 13 games. So he's a defender. He just can't get his body right, and I think he needs to try and fix that. Otherwise, I don't think they'll have a spot on that list for him with the likes of Connor Iden building down there. It'll be interesting to see who the next captain is of that footy club. I think Tom Green's got captaincy written all over him. So well spoken in the media. If you haven't listened to his podcast In the Green Room, go have a listen, because you can see he can be serious, but he knows how to have a bit of a joke. But then when the cameras are on him and when he is asked a question by an interviewer, he just says it how it is. Bit like Toby Green, but there's no doubt Tom Green says it in more of a intelligent way, but he's very thorough, saying, no, that's not acceptable, we need to get back at it, and he's just a brute around the ball. So I think Tom Green has got captaincy written all over him. Toby Green has also mentioned someone like Tom Green, but also Connor Iden as one who could take the captaincy. He looked to hand it on. I believe he said he's had the chat with Adam Kingsley, as he said on his podcast, Toby Green Tuesdays, with Tommy Sheridan down there at Osmerican Aces, that he's had the chat with Adam Kingsley, look to possibly go on one more year, then hand it off to a Tom Green or Connor Iden like. So it'll be interesting to see which one he chooses there. But one person who shined, when St Kilda came at him with that $1 million plus contract over 7 years, I believe it was, I was like, what? We haven't even seen Finn Callahan. Well, now I've given it away, but it's Finn Callahan. We haven't even seen him at his best, put together consistent footy. I get it. He was a Bayside boy, so they wanted to get him back to his roots. But I was like, are we really offering Finn Callahan this money for what he's put together? And geez, didn't he show me up? He had an exceptional season when he was in there. Obviously had that little injury break, but I think he plays all year. He would be no doubt their best and fairest winner. I think it might go to Tom Green now, but he would be no doubt. He was their difference maker, because he can do it on the inside and he can do it on the outside, and he's such a strong, powerful athlete. So across the 21 matches he played, he averaged a 28.4 disposals, 7 score moments, and 6 goals. Let me rewind back to Tom Green as well. Sorry, his best game was round 9 v Geelong, 37 disposals, a goal, 11 score moments, and 6 clearances. But yeah, Finn Callahan, just his explosiveness away from stoppages, and just they talk about how much of a power runner and power athlete he is, and you can see when he gathers the ball, he looks to gather meters gained. He's a kicker. He's not a handball. He's often in the 600 plus meters gained. At the end of games with about 26 disposals, he's normally about that 600, 650 metres game, which I really like. I like midfielders who kick the ball. You always got to have that midfield that's inside, getting the handball out, but that's where Tom Green comes in, gives it off to Finn Callahan. His best game, funny enough, was actually the elimination final. He was one of the ones who stood up and tried to give the Giants the best chance they could to advance to the semi-final, but were unable to. He had 34 disposals, kicked a goal, 8 tackles, had 8 scorer vomits, 7 inside 50s, 7 rebound 50s, and there we go, 833 metres gained. So Finn Callahan to me was fantastic. Bit of a pun there, but fantastic. I thought he was exceptional, and he's the future for the GWS Giants and possibly the competition. He has the capacity to come into a top 20 player in this comp, maybe even top 10, in my personal opinion. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my review of my preseason predictions of the GWS Giants. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Turn the notification bell on so you don't miss it whenever we upload, and hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to this via Spotify or have a podcast, make sure to leave a like and comment. Turn the notification bell on so you're notified whenever we upload. Hit that follow button. Share this off to a mate who you think might enjoy it. And always remember, guys, if you did enjoy this, please do leave a 5-star rating on the podcast, as that it is important to help push this show out there to gain more listeners. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys then.